All right. I'm Marcus,
I'm Matt.
and we are here at Hansa. We just finished a meeting with QCNY, Quality Contacts. It's a networking group where we help entrepreneurs such as ourselves grow. I run a business, two businesses, WUN Marketing and top of the line cleaning. And Matt here, he's going to tell us a little bit about his company.
All right, I'm the managing partner of Board Bonsai Consulting, and we help small businesses grow and scale. Ideally, construction, real estate, or entrepreneurs who are just getting started. Help them build a foundation so that they have something to scale.
I learned a little bit more about your business today from watching you give a presentation. Who are your ideal clients?
As I said, I love entrepreneurs who are in the ideation phase before they get their LLC, before they get that paperwork. The niche market of people who have too much to do but don't have enough to onboard a new employee, but they have got to get a little bit more organized. Real estate agents who are looking to scale marketing. I also love to help operations sides for basic foundations. I'm not doing anything too complex, but helping people onboard clients, bring on a CRM that is like not quite a CRM, so it's a spreadsheet, so that organizations like WUN Marketing can take on a CSV file and just import and make the transition to a real CRM seamless.
Got it. You spoke to our group in Quality Contacts, and what made you start Bonsai Consulting?
Well, I was the in-house business consultant at a incubator for a year a few years ago, and I've been doing this on the side with friends and family, and not really professionally in air quotes. But about 4 months ago, I had a transition at jobs and decided, you know what, this is a great chance for me to organize myself in a way that I can start to help people and really help reduce the risk of business failure.
Mm.
We've all heard the stat that like 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 businesses fail. And a lot of that has to do with either structure or their organizational skills more so than are they good at what they do.
Mm.
Entrepreneurs are often, especially in the trades, really good at what they do, but they're bad at the administrative side. So I want to help them not be overwhelmed by the administrative side.
Mm. Entrepreneurs get stuck in the sense that they need to do everything.
Yes.
And when should a business discover that they need to get help, or an entrepreneur?
Well, businesses live in entrepreneurs' heads, right? Like when everything functions up here and you can describe everything, that's wonderful and that's great. You're the expert. But when you really need to start loading those tasks off to other people, you can't just say, well, I told you how to do this. You got to write it down. You got to build a system and a process so that anyone can do it in the way you do it. Really building that in-house culture within your organization. And I think a lot of business owners get overwhelmed and they feel lonely because everything's up here. And I just kind of come alongside and help them get it on paper.
Yeah, most businesses, they get stuck in the sense that this is my business. I need to do everything.
Yes.
When should they realize that they need to, if they want to scale?
When they're forgetting to bill people, when they're forgetting to, and their clients are annoyed with them because it takes them 3 weeks to get back to them on something that they're overwhelmed with working in their business, not on their business.
Mm-hmm.
That's really a great sign to you that, hey, I should probably get some help to just take some of these things off of my plate so that I can continue to serve my customers in a way that gives them the best experience possible.
Tell us a little bit about what qualifies you to be a consultant, and why you began what you did are doing now.
Uniquely, I was the in-house consultant over at a business incubator in the west side of Buffalo, and I have 3 degrees in business administration. I have an associate's, and then my undergrad is an associate's in business administration with a concentration in marketing. Then I also have my MBA. Got my MBA with an unofficial concentration on entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So I've always been fascinated by the psychology of business owners and whether they're trying to scale a tech company or they just have a cool little side hustle that they want to do. I've just been fascinated by that for years. And so over the last 3 years or so, I've been helping friends, having conversations, and now it's led to the point where like, hey, I'm going to actually put my money where my mouth is and I'm going to take the chance to start my business in the way that I tell my clients to start their business. And you've been really instrumental in that by helping me form the LLC and doing all of what you've done for my books. Now it's just a chance of going out and collecting clients and really serving the community in the way that it deserves to be served.
Yeah, I learned that you went to UB for, was that the MBA?
Yep.
And the program that you went through was, you were more so the guinea pig for that program?
Yeah, I did a lot of guinea pig work for the professors over at the School of Business. From kind of being an unofficial team lead on a couple classes, and then like giving me people that they saw high value in and wanted to see if they could be developed a little bit. I was very lucky to be trusted enough to work with them. I also worked with entrepreneurs from Eastern Europe, particularly the Balkan region. We had about 50 or so that I got to work with, and I also was a TA for business strategy. So I was just doing whatever anyone offered me, just saying yes and learning as much as I could at the time. And here we are years down the road going, hey, I actually really liked that experience, and here I am, like, gonna keep doing this.
I learned a little bit more about your background. You not just lived in Western New York your whole life.
No.
Can you speak a little bit about how that also helps you from a different perspective in your experiences?
Well, I've lived abroad several times in my life. When I was 18, I got a chance to move to Chengdu in China and do a somewhat informal cultural exchange. Then I moved home. I was home for a while. I lived in Toronto. I moved back home. My parents were born and raised in Buffalo. I'm not, but we moved back to Buffalo when I was a kid, and I've always been lucky enough to go, but always have a base and a home in Buffalo. So it's like, I've done that. I've done that. I've lived in Sweden. I've personal assisting. I've worked every job that I could, like cleaned aquariums for a summer. It was like, I've done everything. So it's like, this is a good opportunity to be like, yeah, I understand.
So you're not the consultant that just sits with a pen and pencil you've got in your hands.
No. And that's, I think, what the value that I add is more of I like to think of myself as a gun for hire or rentable co-founder, more so than a coach or someone telling you what to do, because every business is pretty unique and not a lot of people execute like you as you're running a business. So it's a matter of like recognizing what serves you at the same time of what serves this organization. So sometimes there's a fine line between, okay, you need to change, and sometimes it's, no, you've got the right idea, you just didn't articulate it in the way that people understand. So listening is a big skill set to have, and just understanding people.
All right. Can you speak to the camera and do like a 30-second pitch for someone who's looking or who needs a service like yours but didn't fully understand through what we just spoke about?
Absolutely. So if you've got an idea and you're building a company and it's stuck in your head or you feel overwhelmed, give me a call. I'd love to have a conversation about your business. I'd love to listen to your story and figure out a way to help you succeed in what you're already good at.
Got it. Is there a way that they can contact you?
LinkedIn, LinkedIn/Haberstro, Haberstro, and I should be launching my website, a redesign, in the next month or so. So it'll be boardbonsai.com.
Okay, cool. Now, transitioning to the group that we're in, quality contacts. Why would you give it? Why would an individual want to visit our group and want to become a member?
Well, we're a referral organization that is not as dry as some other organizations. So a lot of people think of networking as what can I get and whatnot. This is a give first community, and that's how I met you. It's how we've navigated a lot of really wonderful relationships in business. And when you know a person, you're able to make a higher quality recommendation when you're like, oh, I've seen them work, and I've worked with them, and I know this person, and I know they'll follow up. That's this room, and those are the type of people that we love to be around and we love to support. And I've been lucky enough to be on the receiving end of a lot of that, so that's why I recommend quality contacts.
For someone who is new joining the group, what suggestions would you give them for them to have success? Not to expect something to happen overnight, but what would suggestions you would give them in order for them to be successful in networking, one, but to in a group that they're trying to get referrals from?
Listen. Listen to a lot of people. When people share, they'll tell you a lot of stuff that you never expected to hear. So listen first, be able to articulate what you do in the least amount of words possible. If it's not simple and clear, people probably don't understand what you do. Um, and honestly, like, do follow up. Grab one-on-ones. Have a bunch of cups of coffee. You never know who you're in a room with. You never know who people know. And when people know you, it makes it easier to recommend.
Got it. Thank you so much for sitting down for our impromptu conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure individuals in the West New York area and beyond will be able to get some value, as well as to see if they're stuck in their heads how to get out.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not willing to do business with you yet,
Yeah.
they can identify when it's necessary for them to hire out, give birth to their ideas, and succeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Marcus. Bye.